Did you know, according to WHO, 214 million women in developing countries want to avoid pregnancy but are not using a modern contraceptive method. Also, 23 million adolescents have an unmet need for modern contraception and are thus at elevated risk for unintended pregnancy. In this video, I'm going to be teaching you how to calculate your safe period in order to avoid pregnancy. If you want to have unprotected sex, the fear of getting pregnant, or you probably do not want to use other contraceptive methods because of the side effects that come with it, then this video is for you. So if this is something you think you are interested in, which I believe you should be interested in, make sure you definitely keep watching. Hi there, my name is Yomi. I'm a pharmacist, and as you can see from the title of today's video, I'm going to be teaching you how to calculate your safe period using the calendar method and the standard day method in order to avoid pregnancy. Many women who do not want to use the birth control device like diaphragm, IUD, or the hormonal birth control methods such as the morning after pill usually prefer to use the calendar method or the standard day method, especially because of the side effects that come with those other methods. So what is a safe period? A safe period is a period when your chances of getting pregnant are the lowest compared to other times. So if you are not trying to get pregnant, or if you're not trying to have a baby, knowing your safe period is very important. However, you cannot calculate your safe period without knowing your menstrual cycle. So how do you calculate your menstrual cycle? A menstrual cycle is calculated from the day of your period to the first day of your next period. That means if you start your period today is Monday. If you start your period today, then your cycle starts today. If your period started yesterday, that means your cycle started yesterday. If your period starts tomorrow, that means your cycle starts tomorrow to the first day of your next period. So that means if I start to see my period on 1st of this month, and the next time I see my period is on the 28th of this same month, it means I have a 28-day cycle. Some women have a 29-day cycle. For some it's 30, 31. For some people it's 32-day cycle. So no matter the day that your cycle is, as long as your cycle is regular, then this calendar method or the standard day method is most appropriate for you. If you have an irregular cycle, this method might not be very accurate for you. Before we begin to calculate your safe period, please be sure to give this video a thumbs up. Be sure to leave a comment in the comment section if you have any questions regarding what I'll be teaching you. And more importantly, be sure to subscribe to this channel, so whenever I upload videos regarding your health that will add value to you, you will be the first to be notified by YouTube. So without further ado, guys, let's start calculating the safe period to avoid pregnancy. I'll be using the March 2023 calendar as an example to calculate your safe period. So you can say that the month of March 2023 has 31 days, from 1st to 31 days. Let's assume that you start your period on the 3rd of March and you have a 28-day cycle. So the 3rd of March is going to be the day your cycle will begin. That means the 3rd of March will be day 1. And then the 4th of March will be day 2. Then 5th of March will be 3. Like that. You guys can see I'm done numbering all the days. So this person's cycle begins on the 3rd of March and it ends on the 30th of March, which makes it a 28-day cycle. If it's a 29-day cycle, it's most likely probably going to end on the 31st of March. If it's a 30-day cycle, then it's going to end on the 1st of April. Sorry, on the 1st of April. So that means that on the 1st of April, this person begins to see another period. So to calculate the safe period, we are going to first calculate the ovulation days. So for this person, the ovulation days is most likely going to be on 14. So that means 14 days to your next cycle begins. So the 14th day of this person's period is probably when the person is ovulating. But because this 14th day is not exactly accurate, so we are going to add 2 days to the 14th and then 2 days after the 14th. Because the male sperm can remain in the female body for at least 5 days, so we're going to go ahead to add 5 days to this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So from the 9th of March to the 18th of March is for this particular person who has a 28-day cycle, is most likely not safe for you to have an unprotected sex. So these days of the month are unsafe for you to have unprotected sex, because if you do, you have a high chance of getting pregnant. Yep, very, very high chance of getting pregnant. But if you do not want to get pregnant, then these other days of the month are safe. So from the first day that you start your period, which is on the 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, then on the 17th of your cycle, 18, these days also are very safe for you to have unprotected sex without getting pregnant. The chances are low. The chances are low. The 31st is also safe for you to have sex. So yeah, these are the safe days, the one I marked with green, and then the ones with red are the unsafe days. So if it's a 29-day cycle, I'm just going to go ahead to add 29 here. Then it's going to be 29 minus 14, and which is going to be 15. So on the 15th day of the month, you're most likely ovulating. And remember remember what I said earlier, that so 2 days before the 15th, before your ovulation date, and minus also 2 days, so plus or minus 2 days before 15 and 2 days after 15. Then we're going to go ahead to add the 5 days, because the male sperm can remain in the human body for at least 5 days. So for the 29-day cycle, then these are the days that you are most likely ovulating. So the same applies to 30-day cycle. That means it's going to be 30 minus 14. You're most likely ovulating on the 16th day of the month. These are the ovulation days for the person that has a 29-day cycle. So it's going to be 29 minus 14. That means the person is ovulating on the 15th, as you can see. So 2 days plus or minus 15. That's 2 days before the 15th and 2 days after the 15th, because it's not precise. The 15th day is not precise. Then also we're going to also additionally add 5 days, because the male sperm can remain in the female body for at least 5 days, and when this happens, of course, it can fertilize the egg as soon as the eggs are released during ovulation. So you're trying to avoid that, right? So that means these are the unsafe days for this person that has a 29-day cycle, while the remaining days of the month are considered safe. So the same thing applies to the 30-day cycle. The 30-day cycle, so 30 minus 14 is going to give you 16, and you add 5 days to, then you add 5 days to it. So that means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. These days might not be safe for you. So I'm going to be proceeding to the standard day method. The standard day method is my favorite because it applies to virtually everybody. As long as your cycle is between 26 to 32 days, then the standard day method is definitely appropriate for you. I mean, for the women that fall in between this number of days, and as long as your period is also regular, that means you are seeing your period consistently for at least 6 months. Consistently for at least 6 months. As long as your cycle falls in between 26 and 32 days, the standard day method has a general rule. The standard day method states that day 1 to day 7 you are considered to be infertile. So day 1 to day 7 are considered to be your safe period. So no, regardless of the day you start, if you start on the 28th of February, so from 28th of February, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, that's to 6th of March, that's your safe period. But I'm just going to be using this calendar as an example, this particular month of March. So the first day to day 7 are considered to be infertile, so which means it's safe for you to have sex, unprotected sex, on day 1 to day 7 of your cycle. So on day 8 to 19, you are considered to be infertile and you cannot have unprotected sex on these days. So the 8 to 19. Then the remaining days of the month are your free days. You can be having persistent, consistent, unprotected sex because you're no longer fertile, and your chances of getting pregnant are very, very low. They are the lowest. If your cycle falls between 26 days, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, then the standard day method is perfect for everyone to calculate their fertile and their infertile days, to know their safe period and their unsafe period. I would also recommend that you install the Flow app. The Flow app can help you to also monitor these days. But if you probably cannot have access to Wi-Fi, well, you're watching this video, so I believe you have access to internet. But maybe if you are maybe in a remote area and you do not have regular access to internet, then you should consider using the standard day method. Just get a calendar. You can buy a calendar in the market and you can track it manually all by yourself. Also, you can try to get ovulation kits. There are ovulation kits in various pharmacies. You can buy from CVS pharmacy or any retail pharmacy around you, and it would help you to know when you are ovulating, so you can know that's your fertile period and you should abstain from unprotected sex for that period. So I hope this video has been helpful for you guys. Please make sure that you give this video a thumbs up, share this video with someone who needs it, like this video, leave a comment in the comment section. Let's calculate your ovulation days together. Okay, so thank you so much. I'm going to see you guys in my next video. Until then, bye.